Norma Miller, who just, will shout out there, you find a black person and you take them by the hand and you drag them into this dance. And I realized, for the casual viewer, they're going to look, okay, in the old stuff, a lot of black people,
and then where are
they now?
Yeah,
and,
I can talk about that.
Why are there all these Asians here?
Yeah, I can talk about it. One of the things that's always been interesting to those of us who have participated in the resurgence is the ethnic breakdown of it. And it's really, really, really diverse. It's extraordinarily diverse. It's more diverse than anything else I do in my life. But there's one group that's missing in numbers. They're there, but they're missing in the numbers in which they should be represented. And that's African American dancers. Because they were such a critical. The Savoy Ballroom. There wouldn't be Lindy Hop if it weren't for the Savoy Ballroom and all those dancers in Harlem. Forget it. So where are they? That's like the most interesting question to me, because I get African American students. I have them. They come to my club, but in really small numbers. Right now, I think I have 4 African Americans in my class, and that's the most I've ever had in a class of 20 people. That's the most I've ever had in one class. And tons of Asians, tons of Hispanic, a couple of whiteies like me here and there. A lot of Jewish fans. I don't know if I'm the Jewish magnet or what, but yeah. And people have talked about it, why. And I'll tell you something, I'm not sure why. A lot of people have their theories on it. But I can tell you what I do know is if I do the Lindy Hop in front of, like at a party where there's a lot of African Americans, if I do the Lindy Hop, they go nuts. They go absolutely nuts. They love it. So Norma Miller's right. Perhaps it's if there was exposure in having our Lindy Hoppers having access into the community to draw more African Americans in would be the way to go. So getting into schools, maybe community groups, things like that. Because I know that I remember one time Peter Flayev had to take the train, the metro, and he's on the metro, and he said he was wearing his suspenders and his high-waisted trousers, pleated trousers, the two-tone shoes, his fedora, a vest, and he really looked sharp. And he's sitting there, and everybody on the train except him is black. And he's sitting there, and everybody's staring at him like this. And he's getting a little nervous, like, I'm a real weirdo right now, not only being the only white person, but the way he was dressed and everything. And he was just sitting there, and everybody's looking at him, and finally one woman looks at him and says, jazz musician? And he says, Lindy Hopper. Great! And suddenly the entire train is talking to him about the Lindy Hop and blah, 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 and how great that is. And he came back to me and he says, we could just ride the train and get more business. And just ride the train in LA. We'll dress up, we'll ride the train. Yeah, so I think it's exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I find so interesting and ironic and funny is that